Right. Good evening, learners. Right. Good evening, learners. Are we there? Can you let's comment? Can write in the comments if you can be able to hear me, then we can start without wasting time. Okay. We are going to start not so long. Okay. Soon we're about to start. We're going to start with the lesson, not so long. Just waiting a little bit. Then without further ado, the lesson is going to just start and then we do the trigonometry. Okay, learners, what we are going to do now, we are going to start with our lesson. What are the things that you need to know in trigonometry for grade 11? What are the things which are very, very important? We are going to look at the following things. Now, the first part that you should know is the terminal arm. You need to understand the issue of the terminal arm. Okay? So, as of the terminal arms, the first question, you need to be able to know the Cartesian plane on how to draw the Cartesian plane. I will start by showing you before we can go to do different question papers. I will just start by doing questions with you before we can go to different question papers. Okay, let's look at this question. Looking at this question, learners, the first one, we did this in grade 9. Here's the first question, that is A. I'm going to show you how to answer this one. So, what do you do, dear learners? The first thing, you make sign to be subject of the formula. That is what you do. You see this one, it's sign. You make it subject of the formula. All right. So how do you make it subject of the formula? you're going to say sine theta is equal to 4 over, this one will be negative 5. So it will be negative 4 over 5. That is what we are going to have. We'll start by dividing by negative, and then it's going to be negative 4 over 5. Right? So which simply means that you just go to get a Cartesian plane. Now, in your Cartesian plane, this is what we are having. You draw a terminal arm on the Cartesian plane. Remember, this angle is 0, and this one is 90 degrees, and this one is 180 degrees, and this one is 270, and this one is 360 degrees. So after checking here, you are going to check. They say you must draw this. Tell us a quadrant where sine is negative from 90 up until 270. This is the restriction. Let me underline the restriction. Now, tell us a quadrant where sine is negative from 90 degrees up until 270 degrees. So, others are saying it's not visible. Try to increase the font, Vanessa Makubele. Try to increase the font so that you can be able to see clearly what is happening there. Increase the go to settings, and then you're going to win. So now, which quadrant sine is negative? So it's quadrant from 90 to 270. Obvious, it's quadrant number 3. That's where sine is negative. Okay? So where sine, remember sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Sine is what? Opposite over hypotenuse. So what is opposite? It's minus 4 over, it's minus 4 over 5. Let's look at this one. It's minus 4 over 5. I believe that we are together on this one. Okay, so what are you going to what are we going to use now to find the other sides? Because remember, there are sides which you need to be able to get. So this is x. Use theorem of Pythagoras. So you are going to say x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Therefore, x squared plus minus 4 squared is equal to 5 squared. Therefore, you're going to say x squared is equal to 5 squared minus into minus 4 squared. Then you introduce a square root. Eh? So x is equal to plus or minus 3 if you press a calculator. So for which, if you check, therefore x is equal to minus 3. That is the one that you're going to check. Okay. All right. Those who are not able to see properly, make sure that you zoom, and then it's the network on your side. Let's check if it's everyone who is not seeing. Can you indicate there on the comments if you are not seeing? Okay. So which means this one is minus 3. I'm checking the comments. Those who are not able to see, let's check those who are not able to see. Let me check on the comments, those who are not able to see, so that we can take it further. Just indicate so that I can be able to do some follow-ups. Okay, seems like we are good now. I can continue. Right. It seems like we are good. Okay. Others said they can't see, and I think is the issue of fixing the font. Go to quality. There is settings. Just put it on high quality so that you can be able to see. But don't worry. I'm gonna try to zoom it. Let me try to zoom this question. Maybe you'll be able to see if I can zoom the question. All right. Now I can see. Yeah, someone said now they can see. So let's proceed. You will get it as time goes on. Don't worry. We want to try to cover this thing. Now, after we use Pythagoras, dear learners, let's try to answer number one. Question one. This is the first question. They are asking for 5 cos theta minus 3 tan theta. Okay. What is cos? It's adjacent over hypotenuse. So cos is minus 3 over 5. Minus 3. What about tan? Use SOHCAHTOA. It's opposite over adjacent. It's opposite over adjacent. So, learners, this is the answer for the first one. Okay. Let's take your calculator so that you press. So you're going to get the final answer is going to be minus 3 plus 4, for which the answer is going to be 1. Is it what you're getting, all of you there? Can you confirm, learners? Is it what you're getting? Indicate on the comments if that's what you are all getting. Let's indicate on the comments. That is the type of questions that we need. For grade 11, we start here. This is a grade 10 work. It's a grade 10 work. It's the terminal arm, is the Cartesian plane that we need to know. Okay? Yes, yes. Okay, people are confirming that they are understanding and they're able to see. So let's take it further. Let's try to see how best we can go. Let me do number 2. Number 2, this is number 2. 4, what is sine? You know sine is opposite. Minus 4 over 5. I replace, put brackets, then we say minus 3. Then we go to cos. It's minus 3 over 5. Okay? So now when you press your calculator on this question, it becomes easy because this is going to be minus 5. Even there, when you press your calculator, it will be plus, press, plus 5. So the answer is 0. Is it 0, learners? Can you confirm? Let me check on the comments. Is it 0? Let's see. Are you getting 0 on the last question? Yeah, so you need to be able to draw the Cartesian plane. You need to check on which quadrant you should draw this thing. Okay? Yes, you are confirming that you are getting a 0 for this one. I believe that this is easy. I think people are confirming that it's 0. All right, that is wonderful. Let's go to the second part. Remember, this video is about all you need to know in trigonometry. Okay, so let's go straight to the next one. What is the other thing? Reduction formula. What do you need to know? What is the other thing that you need to know? It's the reduction what? Formula. Okay. Okay, Lenas, I believe this is visible. I'm trying to zoom it to make it more visible. The reduction what? Formula. Okay. All right. Wow. Look at what we are doing now. Let's look at what we are having now. It's a reduction formula. So we are done with the first part on what you need to know. So the second part is the reduction formula, like I'm saying. On the reduction formula, what is it that you need to know? You need to know the cast rule. Okay. You need to understand the what? The cast rule. You need to understand the what? The cast rule. So let's go to the cast rule so that you can see what I'm talking about. The cast rule is like this. And then this is 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, 360 degrees. We say all students to Cape Town. All students to Cape Town. Okay. Or you can say all sine, tan, and cos. So in the first quadrant, sine, cos, tan are positive. And remember, first quadrant, that's why we have 90 degrees minus theta. This one, we have 90 degrees minus plus theta. We also have 180 degrees minus theta. And then this one is 180 degrees plus theta. We avoid 270. This one is 360 degrees minus theta and also negative angle, right? So this one is a cast rule, like I indicated. We call this one a what? A cast rule. So as a cast rule, it becomes easy. I hope you still remember that sine 180 degrees minus theta. The answer is, which quadrant 180 is? That is the second quadrant. That's why sine is positive. You say sine theta. Okay. All right. Now we go to the second one. What about cos? 180 degrees minus theta. You check the quadrant. This is second quadrant. Cos is negative. So you can say negative cos theta. You see? So with this information, you just check the quadrants. So for example, if ever we have tan 360 degrees minus theta, which quadrant is 360? It's quadrant number 4. Is tan positive? No. So that's why the answer is negative tan theta. See? That's where this thing come in, right? So that is the third one. And then again, we also have what we call the cofunction, like sine 90 degrees minus theta. What is 90 degrees? It's a cofunction, right? So when there is 90, sine change and become cos. Sine change and become cos. So this is going to be cos theta. See? Comment, guys, if you're understanding what I'm talking about. You can comment. You can also use your cheating method. I know people cheat when it's sine into 360 degrees minus x. Hey, people, where there's x, you find people say we put 1 or any number less than 90. They put 30 here and press calculator. It's people when they are cheating. Then when they press, they find that it's negative. If it's negative, you know what they do? Hey, they say, okay, we got the sign. So the answer is negative sine x. That's what people do. Myself, I am not cheating. It's you. That's what you are doing, and that's what you are taught. Right? Okay, dear learners, I think now we are moving somewhere. Let's try to Let's try. Can we go to the questions now? Oh, before we can go to the questions, there are some negative angles. You will find that sine into x minus 180 degrees. Okay? If we have this, you can simply say, take out a common factor of negative, negative into 180 degrees minus x, if you take out a negative, which is going to be negative sine into 180 degrees minus x, for which it will be negative sine x as the answer. You get it? Right? So you can do it. Then, my friends, because they love cheating, when they reach here, don't cheat in life though, cheat in this thing. So yeah, they just put 30 where there is x and they get this. Then their answer will be negative. Then they say negative sine x. This one I'll also draw an emoji of laughing. I'm laughing at you because you're smart. You put 30 where there is x and then you get the sign. Sure. Okay. I think I can proceed. Before we can go to answer questions, I think I can proceed so that we will see how best we can go about this. Okay? What about if we have sine 540 degrees minus x? This type of questions, if the number given is more than 360, you subtract 360 until it becomes less. So you're going to say 540 minus 360 degrees. Then you're going to get what? You're going to get what? I think it's 180. So this will be 180 minus. Then you do your magic of putting 30 where there is x like you normally do. Therefore, the answer will be sine x. Or this is the second what? Quadrant. And then let's look at the last part. Then the last part is sine squared into 180 degrees plus x. What is the answer? I'm allowing you to write the answer on the comment. Can you write the answer on the comment for this question so that we can go? Yes, yes, Hlau, it's allowed. Hlau, that method is allowed because you don't have to put the angles. You don't have to show the angles, but no, it's people who are knowing this thing. So it's allowed. But take me through, learners. What is the answer? Sine squared 180 degrees plus x. What is the answer on this one? Type it on the comments section and then tell me what is the answer. Type it on the comment section. Type it, tell me the answer there. Sine squared 180 plus x. What do you think the answer is? Type it. Okay. People are saying sine. Others are saying sine x. What is the answer there, class? Cos squared. Hey, others are saying sine squared x. Yes, yes. Mraro Munyai and also Lava. Yes. Yeah, that is correct. So remember there is a squared. When there is a squared, the answer will always be positive. So the answer for this one will be sine squared. That is the answer. So the answer is yes, Wela. Makubele Anea. No, no, no. It can't be negative. It should be sine squared x. Sine squared x. Nzima, it should be sine squared x. Okay, now let's go to answer our questions. Can we go to answer questions now, learners? That's wonderful. Let's go to our questions. Okay, so let me try to take you through the questions. Remember, in this video, it's things you need to know in trigonometry. That is what it's all about. Things you need to know in trigonometry. So I'm going to pick one question and do it. Then we move to the next stuff, which is special angles. Okay. Let me pick the last question. Looks more interesting. Let me pick the last question. You'll do the first one and the second one. I'm going to help you as we are doing together. Let's do number 3 together there. How do we change the first one, learners? You all see that the first one, it will be sine x because that is the second quadrant. If you use your own method of putting x by 30 or 1 or anything, it's positive, so it's sine x. Then you say multiply by, yes, Vanessa Makubele, the answer you had initially was correct. Yes. Yes, that is the thing. So when there is x, put 30 and press your calculator. Then it will tell you that this is negative. The answer you get is negative. It means it's negative sine x. Okay. Then we are done with this one and this one. Now, what about this? You put 30 where there is x and press your calculator. Remember, 90 is a cofunction. Therefore, this will be negative sine x. Why negative? Because it's a cofunction, right? Now, the first thing you do with 450 is the bigger number. So you want to check that number. So you will start by saying 450 degrees. Okay, negative. It's negative now. If it's negative, you should add 360 degrees. Okay? Let me allow you to tell me the answer. When you add 360, so it's going to be cos what? Let's change this question. It will be cos what? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Negative 450 degrees plus 360 degrees. What is the answer? Just press your calculator and tell me. What are you getting? Okay. So you will see that this one is giving you a 90 degrees. Then where there is x like you normally do, just put 30 degrees and press a calculator. If they give you a negative answer, therefore you're going to get a negative. So since this one is going to be positive, I will say sine x. Someone is asking me, say, why are you saying sine x? It's because 90 is a cofunction. Where there is 90, sine change and become cos. Whenever there is 90, cos change and become sine. So which means the answer for this one is sine x all over. Let's look at the denominator. Sine squared. This is what we did already. This one will be sine squared x. Okay. Why sine squared x? Whenever there is a squared, your answer will always be positive, right? So now negative times negative will cancel. So you're going to have sine to the power of 4x because they are 4. You see, when you multiply this, remember x times x times x times x, the answer is x to the 4. So that's why I'm having sine to the 4x over sine squared x. Therefore, when you divide, you subtract the exponents. So the final answer is sine squared x. This is what we do, learners. I don't know if you understand that. Confirm with me if you understand, my learners. Let's confirm. Confirm with me. Do you understand? Just confirm on the comment section if you are getting what I did there, so that we can go to other stuff. I just wanted to show you only this part. Yes, yes. Who could have said I understand? Yes, yes. I think I made a mistake. Thank you. I think I made a mistake. So they are adding. Yes, yes, yes. They are adding. Let me change them quickly. Let me change them. This is they're adding. I didn't see this addition. There's an addition here. Okay, there's addition there. So which means the first one is sine x multiplied by negative sine x plus into negative sine x multiplied by sine x over sine squared x. So it will be negative sine squared x when I multiply the first one. Thank you. Those who don't, yes, yes, yes. I think the negative sign is what we have. So now this one will be negative sine squared x over sine squared x. That was just a mistake. Let's go forward, which is going to be, in like terms, negative 2 sine squared x over sine squared x. Sine squared and sine squared will cancel. The answer is minus 2. Wonderful. Thank you. I think it was just a typing error. But what about now? Can you comment and show me if ever you understand or not? Check it now, everyone. Check it now. Check it now before we can continue. I want to go to the special angles. I just thought that we can pass via the reduction formula. Comment. Do you understand? Can I continue? Yes, Podombezi said, I understand. Let's see. No, no, no. Tsaikesi Baloi, whenever there is a squared, the answer is always positive. Tsaikesi Baloi, whenever there is a squared, the answer should always be positive, right? Whenever there is a squared, the answer should always be positive. Don't forget about that. You no longer check quadrants. And whenever there is 90, every time, if it's sine change and become cos. If it's cos change and become sine, right? Let's go to the next one. You can try number 1 and number 3. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so on this one, what is it that we can do? I'll just pick one, then we do it together. Let me just pick G so that you see what is happening. This is the special angles. Remember, on things you need to know in trigonometry. Okay. So we covered the grade 10 terminal arm, and then now we are going to the next one, which is the special angles. It's things you need to know. Let's go to G. Let's try G together. What is G? What is it that is happening on G? Tan 240. Remember, on special angles, you have 0, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees inside the triangle. This is what we are having. So, in this question, how do you deal with this thing? Let's start with the first one. Remember, you should use 180 degrees minus 180 degrees plus special angle, or 360 degrees minus special angle. So this is the combination that you must use always. Tan 240, what can I use on tan 240, learners? I can use tan 180 degrees plus 60. This is what I can use in order for me to get tan 240. Multiply by, what about sine 115? This one, I don't know what is happening there. What can I do? I want you to get a very perfect strategy. Note sine 115, then we'll come back to it. Then you say cos. This will be 360 degrees minus 30 degrees. Then this two is a problem now, Vananga. We have a serious problem now. The problem is sine 115 and cos 205. That is the problem that we're having. Now, since they cannot be changed by special angle, we need to find a way to make them to be the same, right? So which means, since this one is cos, these two, I can simply come and say sine 90 degrees plus 25. Yes, Bukudombezi. 25 degrees. Okay? And the denominator, I can simply change it and say cos 180 degrees plus 25. This is what I'm having. And then how do we change the first one? It's going to be tan 60 degrees. What about this one? It's going to be cos 25. It's a co-function. It's because of this 90 learners. You see, I'm changing because of that 90. That's why it is what? Changing. Right? Then I come at the denominator. This one will be cos 30 degrees multiplied by which quadrant? You can press a calculator to check the sign. This is negative cos 25. So that's why cos 25 and cos 25 will cancel. See? That's why cos 25, yes, yes, that's correct. So what is tan 60? What is tan 60? If you press your calculator, what is tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3. Okay? Tan 60 is what? It's root 3 because it's 3 over root 3. So you are allowed to say root 3 full marks over negative root 3 over 2. So the answer is negative 2. That is the final answer. The answer is negative 2. Okay, let's see the comments if you are with me there, learners. Let's see the comments if you are still with me there. Yes, sin 90 plus Unam. Press your calculator, the one who is asking. Press your calculator. There is someone who is not understanding. Says want to sin 90 plus 25 be negative. Press your calculator. Check if it's going to be negative. Press your calculator. Check your calculator. Kopano is saying the answer is 2. Is the answer 2, learners? Did I make a mistake? Check, learners. Check, learners. No, I think they are making a mistake with sin 90 plus 25. Press your calculator. Just say sin 90 plus 25. It will be positive. So that's why it's cos 25. Yeah, so I think they're making a mistake. Are you clear now? Can we proceed, everyone? Yes, so the answer is negative 2. Okay, so that you don't commit the same mistake again, before you can work, let me give you a very best strategy. Before you can work, press this thing. And they say don't press a calculator. But don't say it's mean. Before you do this thing, press this whole thing in your calculator. You'll be knowing what answer you should get. Okay? Press that thing in your calculator. You'll be knowing which answer you should get. And then you no longer have a headache when you are waking. Okay? All right. Let me proceed, guys. I just thought that I can drop something there. Let's proceed so that we don't waste time. Now, we did Cartesian plane. We did reduction formula. After doing the reduction formula, we did a reduction using special angles. And then now we are going to go to the second one, reducing numerical values. Reducing numerical values in terms of a variable. Those are the things you need to know, okay? I will do only one question on this one so that you can be able to understand what I'm talking about. This is called reducing numerical values in terms of a variable. Okay? Okay, let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. A. What is it that we have, learners? It's tan 35 degrees is equal to K. This is what we are having. What do we have? Tan 35 degrees is equal to K. You just come and say over. You see? Remember, we are going to use so, car, tall. This is called reducing numerical values in terms of a variable. So this one is opposite, and this one it's what is that? It's adjacent because it's so katoa. That one is adjacent. Now you go to the first quadrant. This Cartesian plane this time around is drawn on the first what? Quadrant. Then you write 35 degrees here. Then after writing 35 degrees, you check what is the other angle. This angle should be 55 degrees. The angle here is what? 55. You fill all the angles in a triangle. That is what you should do. Immediately after working, you fill all the triangles in a what? In a triangle. Okay? So with that information, remember tan is opposite. So it's K here. K over adjacent. Then you put 1 there. So it's K over 1. So this is X and this is Y and this is R. So now you are looking for R. You are looking for R. So you're going to say X squared plus Y squared is equal to R squared. 1 squared plus K squared is equal to R squared. So which means R will be equal to square root of 1 plus K squared. So the hypotenuse will be 1 plus K squared. I believe that one is making sense, dear learners. I believe that one is making sense. You are able to pick up, you are able to understand what is taking place. Okay? Now, let's go to the first question. What is the first question all about? They are looking for tan 145 degrees. So how do you reduce tan 145? One angle should come from 180 degrees minus, 180 degrees plus, 360 degrees minus. Where, guys, you should subtract these two angles. Choose any two angles from 35 degrees and 55 degrees. They're the one. Don't subtract special angles in this case. Okay? Don't subtract special angles. I believe all is well. Don't subtract special angles. So tan 145 degrees. How do you change? It will be tan into 108 degrees minus 35 degrees. Okay? I hope that one is clear. Therefore, this will be, remember, it's second quadrant. It will be negative tan 35 degrees. And then tan 35 is there on the question. Look where I'm underlining on the question. Tan 35 is k, so the answer will be negative k. Okay? This is how you deal with this question. Yes, Nzimankuna, that's 180 minus 85 degrees. Okay, let's try to go to the second one. Let's look at the second one, my dear learners. It's tan 215 degrees. Let me leave this one. Tan is tan what? 215. Obvious. 215, we're going to have 180 degrees plus, you see, plus what? 35 degrees. Yes, Kopano, that is correct. On the previous one, it's 180 minus. Therefore, this one will be tan 35 degrees, which is going to be K, because tan 35 is given there on the question, right? That is what we are having. Lovely. Okay, let me write number 3 here somewhere. Number 3, it's tan into negative 325 degrees. Now, in this type of questions, if ever you have that, and the angle is what? The angle is negative, right? And then you find out the angle is negative. Whenever the angle is negative, start by adding 360 always, excluding 90. If ever it's negative 90, you don't add. But if this is what you are having, the first thing that you need to do, you have to add what? You have to add 360 on that angle. Then it will give you the value that you are supposed to get. So what are you going to do? It will be tan into negative 325 degrees plus 360 degrees. Therefore, the answer will be tan 35 degrees, which is what? K. Don't make any mistake, dear learners. Whenever it's negative, you should add 360 first. Then that will give you the answer, right? Good. Now, the next question that we're going to look at, it's sine 35. That's number 4. What about sine 35 degrees? You go and check on your Cartesian plane or on the diagram. Sine is what? Over opposite over hypotenuse, right? It's opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is k, hypotenuse we got it the root of 1 plus k squared. Okay, that is the answer for that one. Now we go to the last one for number 5. It's cos 325 is the same as 360 degrees minus 35 degrees, which is going to be cos 35 degrees. How do you get cos? It's adjacent over hypotenuse. We are done. That is how you deal with reducing numerical values used in terms of a variable. Pero loca, what you need to do every time, if the angle is negative, start by adding 360 on that angle which is given. Just type understood, everyone, if you got what I'm saying, so that we can go to the next part. Type understood if you got it. so that we go to the next part. Yes, understood, understood, understood. I can see people understanding. Let's go to the next part. We are left with two parts: general solutions, and trigonometric identities. Okay, so you can see what popped up is the general solutions. Okay, general solutions. That's what popped up is the general solutions. Okay, look at this question. Um, the definition of a general solutions, I will just pick few questions so that you can see how to apply the general solutions in a question. Okay. Okay. Which one can we try? Try number one. Okay, try which one? Just try number one, number two, number three. Yes, number one, number two, number three. Let me give you a chance to try them. Number one, number two, number three. Yeah, yes, Ukudo. I think you are right on that one. Okay. Okay, we have many types of general solutions, but don't worry, we're going to cover everything. Right, number one, let's look at the first one. Sin theta is equal to root 2 over 2. How do you get the general solution? You start by getting the ref angle. What is the ref angle? You say arc sine root 2 over 2. You press your calculator. This one will be 45 degrees. Okay. Now, with the 45 degrees, which quadrant sign is positive is first quadrant and the second. So, which means the first answer will be theta is equal to 45 degrees plus 360k, where k is an element of integers. Or theta is equal to 108 degrees minus 45 degrees plus 360k. Okay, so now you can conclude and say, therefore, theta is 135 degrees plus 360k. Remember, don't forget to write that k is an element of integers. That one is very, very important. That is the answer for the first one. Understood, guys? Is that clear? Okay. Now, number two, if you can check, it's cos x is equal to 0, 0,4. Cos x is equal to 0, 0,4. How do you solve the general solution here, class? As long as cos is positive, you just come there and say x is equal to plus or minus arc cos 0, 0,4 plus 360k, where k is an element of integers. Every time for cos, you do the same thing. Don't even think twice and check other stuff. Just write plus or minus. shift cos 0,4, we're going to get 66.42 degrees plus 360 K. Look how beautiful cos is. Every time where cos is, every time where cos is positive, you just write plus or minus. You are checking the quadrants. Okay? You are checking the what? The quadrants. But for cos, since it have positive angle on the first and negative angle on the third, that's why you do the same thing, right? Lovely. Thank you, Bukudombezi. Now, the next thing that we need to do, look at this one, is tan alpha is equal to 5 over 3. How do you deal with this one? You say ref angle is arctan 5 over 3. Arctan 5 over 3. So, now, what is it that you need to do? What is it that you need to do? Press your calculator. You said arctan 5 over 2 is going to be 68. 1,20 degrees. So since tan is positive on the first and second, so you're going to include and say alpha is equal to 68,20 plus 300 plus rather 180 degrees K, where K is an element of integers. From 0, remember, you general solution of tan should be 1. Okay. Now, when we deal with the issue of adding -101 and 1, I'll tell you at what stage where you should do that. But for now, you need the general solutions. Okay, those are the general solutions that we have. You check quadrants. Let me just pick one, the angle, so that you see something. Yeah, let me pick one question. Let me take this one for cos. Let's take this one. Check. Check. Let's take this one, the second one. Let's pick the second one. Let's pick the second one. We're going to be done not so long. It's 3 cos 3a is equal to -1. Look at this one, class. Oh, is it 5 over 2 or 5 over 3? Yeah, it's given. It's 5 over 3. It's just given. So we can't explain 5 over. It's 5 over 3. Did I press 5 over 2? Oh, no, 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 no. I just made a mistake, learners. It's 5 over 3. Just because I made a mistake, let's change and make it 2 there. Yeah. Let's change and make it 2. It's just a mistake. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Just because of that, we just want to save time, but the procedure is the same. Let's go to this one, number 2. 3 cos 3a is equal to -1. Divide by 3 both sides. Cos 3a is equal to -1 over 3. That's where we start. No, I understand that we're supposed to use 5 over 3. I just made a mistake and used 5 over 2. So let's proceed. You can do with 5 over 3. So Now, when something's like this, whenever there is a negative angle, I just want you to get something. When there is a negative angle, you need to get the ref angle. So ref angle, it's arc cos 1/3. Now, with the ref angle, you don't press the negative angle, okay? With the ref, you don't press the negative angle with the ref. You don't press the negative. You press it as what? As positive. That negative is there to tell you which quadrant cos is negative. That's what it does. So that negative, we don't press it, is there to tell us which quadrant cos is positive, or rather negative. So which quadrant cos is negative? Then you copy the angle given is equal to 180 degrees. That is the second quadrant. Okay. That is the what? The second quadrant. Plus 360 degrees K. Where K is an element of integers. That is the quadrant where cos is negative. Then press your calculator there and tell us the answer. A is equal to, press your calculator, that is the first thing, 180 degrees minus 70,53. 70,53. Okay? Divide by 3. So, which means that if you solve, the answer should be 36,49 degrees plus 120 degrees K. Okay? I believe that one is clear. That is the answer for the first one. Now, where is the other quadrant where cos is negative? It's quadrant 3. So you copy your angle which is given. You copy the angle which is given. Is it 83, what did you get? It's 180 minus 70,53 divided by 3. Yes, so we are still together here. And then the next one, you say 180 degrees plus 70,53. So what are you going to get? It will be 250,53 degrees plus 360 K. Therefore, you divide by 3. So that 250, it's 180 plus reference angle, learners. Don't be confused. This one, it's 180 degrees plus 70,53. That's why I got that. So A will be equal to, so divide by 3. Oh, yes, it will be 53. Thank you. 53,51 plus 120 degrees. Okay, thank you, Medzi, Kopano. Keep up the good work. So that is how you solve these general solutions. Now, can I add the volume before we can conclude now? So there are some general solutions which are a bit tricky, but you can. They need factorization. Let me pick one so that you can see what we are doing. Let me pick 3. Let me pick this one, number 3. It's sine x minus 6 sine squared x is equal to 0. It's another type of general solution. So this one, you need to take out a common factor first. So you will say sine x into 1 minus 6 sine x is equal to 0. I hope we are together on this one. You can indicate on the comment, just say we are together. Just indicate on the comment and say we are together. Say indicate on the comment and say we are together. Say just indicate and say we are together. Say so that I can conclude. Then we go to the trig identities. Okay, I think yes, we are together. Then now you can say sin x is equal to 0 or 1 minus 6 sin x is equal to 0. Therefore, 1 is equal to 6 sin x, right? Now you divide both sides by 6. Therefore, sin x is equal to 1 over 6. You see, then you can use the general solution like the way I taught you on this one and this one. Okay, you can use the what? The general solutions. So some general solution need factorization. You can see I don't know, I think I jumped the questions on identity, but I think I'll get something. Let me just, before we can go to activities, now we want to go for activities. Let's try, there are types of general solution like this. Another type of general solution is this one. Number 9, group the like terms, it will be 6 cos squared theta plus 5 cos theta, then this 6 come this side, minus 6 is equal to 0. On this type of question, my learners, what you can do, use quadratic formula. That is your A, that is your B, that is your C. So you can come and say cos theta is equal to minus B plus or minus square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Therefore, you can say minus into what is your B? It's 5 plus or minus the root of what is your B? It's 5 squared minus 4 into 6. What is your C? Minus 6. Okay? All over 2 into 6. Cos theta is equal to, or cos theta is equal to. Do you see that, my learners? I want you to confirm. Do you get that? If you are getting it, take your calculators, press what is cos theta. Tell me, you are going to get two answers, two values of cos theta. Let's press our calculators. We are going to get two values of cos theta. What is it that we are going to get? Yes, yes. Okay, said the first one is, someone said the first one is 2 over 3. Thank you. No, it's quadratic, Una. It's quadratic formula. You take this 6 this side. See? Then it's quadratic. That is the value of A in the value of B and C. So can you tell me the values? It's negative 3 over 2 and 2 over 3. The one which is more than 1, you say no solution on this other one. Then here you determine the general solutions like I taught you. General what? Solutions. Don't be scared of this type of questions, my learners. These are small issues. Okay. These are small what? Issues. Those are things that all you need to know in grade 11 trigonometry before you can sit down for term 1 test. These are the things that we are talking about, dear learners. Okay. Then you can do the general solutions. Are we fine? Can we go for the classwork? Because I think I forgot the trig identities, but I will do a separate video on trigonometric identities. Are we ready for classwork now? Just type classwork, classwork, classwork. Are you ready for a classwork? Just indicate that, say, bring the classwork. Then we work. Ready to work this thing? Yes, I see the comment. Okay. All right. Here is the first activity. Okay. Here is the question. Let's write the classwork. Let's try to be quick. I'm giving you only how many minutes for this classwork? I'm giving you only 5, 6 minutes. Yeah, I'm giving you 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, you must be done with this classwork. I'm giving you 6 minutes to write. Then we are going to do it. Just write. It's a classwork. When I do correction, it's time for classwork now. Try to be quick. Don't waste time. Just 4 minutes left. Try to be quick. 4 minutes left. Okay. Let's try. Just 3 minutes left. Okay. You can just type done. You can just type done, say, if you're done. All right. Let's do correction. Now, the first thing that you need to do, you need to come and construct. You need to make it a right angle triangle. First of all, write x this one, and this one is y. So this one will be minus 6, and this one is going to be 8, and this one is r. How do you get r? You first get the theorem of Pythagoras. So you say r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Now you're looking for r squared. What is x? It's minus 6 squared. What is y? It's 8 squared. Therefore, you introduce a square root. Okay? R is always positive. That's why you don't even think twice. You just say the root of 100 is equal to 10 units. So now, the length of OB, you all agree that it's 10 units. Okay? That is what we did. Now, when we come to this question, what is tan alpha plus cos alpha over sine alpha? What is sine? Sine is opposite of adjacent. So it's 8 over minus 6. Then plus, okay? Now, what is the information that we know, dear learners? Cos, we're going to write cos here. It's adjacent over hypotenuse. All over sine is opposite over hypotenuse, right? So this thing, when you write it, is two fractions. So it will be minus 8 over, minus 6 over, 8 over minus 6 plus, you interchange this thing, it's going to be minus 6 over 10 multiplied by 10 over 8. Okay? So which means 10 and 10 is going to cancel. You are going to have minus 8 over 6 minus 6 over 8. Okay? Then you're going to cross multiply and say this and this, it will be minus 64. This and this is going to be minus 86. All over 6. 6 times 8, right? 8 times 6 is 48. So you're going to have 48. So the answer will be negative 100 over 48, which is what? It's going to be negative 100 divided by 48. So the answer can be simplified and become what? You can tell me there? Who can tell me there? Quickly. Press your calculator. What is the answer? Negative 25. Thank you. Negative 25 over 12. How many got it? Let's comment. Did you get this one? Did you get it, class? Did you get this question? Indicate on the comments. Yes. That's lovely. Let's go to the last one. If, thank you, people got it. If sine 20 degrees is equal to P, now, how do you deal with this one? You draw it on the first quadrant. Again, this is 20 degrees, and then there it should be 70 degrees. Sine is opposite of hypotenuse, so I'll say opposite of hypotenuse. I believe that you did that. Then this one is x, and this one is y, and this one is r. So you can say x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Okay? X squared plus p squared is equal to 1 squared. Therefore, x is equal to square root of 1 minus p squared. So you write it there, square root of 1 minus p squared. Now, the question is asking about sine 200 degrees. What is sine 200 degrees? You reduce it, Vananga. You say 180 degrees plus 20 degrees, for which is going to be negative sine 20 degrees, which is going to be negative p. Even if you didn't draw a diagram, you are still going to get this question. Put a thumb, comment if you got this. If you got this one, indicate and say, I got it, I got it, I got it. Then we move on. Yes, Una, that's correct. Una, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's it. I think, yes, people got it. People got it. Let's go to the next one. Question 3, I think that one, I'll make this one to be the last question. I will make this one to be the last question. Then the rest will be given as a homework. But we are on things that you need to know on trigonometry for grade 11. Let me try to zoom this question for you so that you can be able to see it without any problem. Okay? Let's look at this one. That is our last question. Classwork. It's classwork number 2. This one I'm giving you roughly, don't be scared by 3.3, ne? I'm giving you, these are free marks, my kids. I hope you are going to enjoy these marks, all of them. So this one is roughly 1, 2, 3. Let me say 20 minutes. I'm giving you only 20 minutes. At 20 past 7, we are going to be doing correction. Okay? Are you scared? You can indicate to me if ever you feel like, this is difficult. Can you try it? Okay? I know you can win. I know you can get it. Okay, I believe that you are okay. Just few minutes left. I hope you are almost done. Just type which one are you doing now? Number what? Are you on the second one or the third one? Which one are you doing so far? Indicate which one are you doing? Okay, you are on 3.1.2. Okay, let's move, let's move, let's move. Soon we'll be doing correction. Let's move. That's classwork number 2. Classwork number 2. Try, 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 try. We're going to win. We're going to win. We are going to win. Don't be scared of this type of quizzes. We are almost there, learners. We are almost there. Let's work, let's work, let's work. Let's move, let's move, let's move, let's move. You are on 3.1.2. I know you can do it. Just try to move. Even 3.2, I know you can do it. Just a few minutes for us to do the correction. Few minutes left for us to do the correction. In 3 minutes time, we're going to be doing correction now. We are almost done. How far now? Tell me, learners, how far, how far, how far, how far? You were on 3.1.2. How far are we now? Are you on the last one? We want to do correction now. Okay, those who are struggling with the last one, let me give you a tip. Oh, people are on 3.2, others are on 3.3. So 3.3, don't forget, take sign to the left, then you take out common factor. That's a tip that I gave you. Take sign to the left, then you take out a common factor. You can win. I know you can win. If sign is on the right, take it to the left, take out a common factor of sign, determine the general solutions. You can win. Okay? I think now it's time for us to do correction. Let's look at the correction for this question. Um, Others are done. Let's do correction. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Um, okay, the first one, 3.1.1. Tan 180 plus is going to be tan x. That is the third quadrant. Cos 360 minus, that is cos x. That is the fourth quadrant. Okay, I hope we are together on that one. Sine 180 minus, that is the second quadrant, that is sine x. Multiply by, okay, cos 90 plus x, that is the second quadrant, that is negative sine x. Because check your calculator, even if you press, you will see the sign. Okay, then you say plus. That 540 is a bigger number. Subtract 360 here. If you subtract 360, this is going to be cos into 180 degrees plus x, which is the third quadrant, for which it will be minus cos x multiplied by cos x. Okay, that is what you are supposed to do on this question. This is how this 8 marks is allocated. 1 mark for this, 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 1 mark for 7. Ah, there are many, I'm telling you. Okay? So even if you can leave and go, these are many marks, more marks, eh? So how do you change tan? It's sine x over cos, remember? Multiply by cos x, right? Therefore, this one will be sine x multiplied by minus sine x. It will be minus cos x multiplied by cos x. Now, cos and cos will cancel. At the numerator, we are left with sine x over the bottom part. It will be minus sine squared x minus cos squared x. Therefore, this is sine x over -1 into sine squared x plus cos squared x, for which the answer will be sine x over -1 into 1. The answer will be negative sine x. That's a mark for the final answer. But the burning issue here, my dear learners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think the other one should be on changing the square identity by 1. Okay. Yes, that is how we mark, learners. Comment if you are understanding what is happening so that I can go to the next one. Just give a comment if you are getting it. Then we go to the next question. Okay. Okay. I hope we are together. I hope we are fine. Okay. I hope that one is clear and is understandable. Okay. Now, on this question that is green, the second one, yeah, you're saying you're understanding. That's what I was waiting for. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one, which is the special angles, where we are changing with the special angles. The next question, what is happening there? And then this question we are talking about here now, it's a special angles. So, okay, tan, let's start. Tan 210, it's 180 degrees. Tan 210 is 180 degrees plus 30 degrees. Sine 240, it's 180 degrees plus 60 degrees. Then sine 20, I'll keep it like that because I don't know what is happening with this friend of mine, sine 20. Okay? Then, what we do is cos 225. Cos 225 degrees is what? Let's change cos 225. Cos 225, it's cos 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. Multiply by sine into 180 degrees minus 45. Bananga, if you check these two, 20 plus 70, press them and see. If they give you one, it means they are the same. So you don't owe anyone to just write sine 20 here. You don't owe anyone to write sine 20 there. Okay? All right. Now, the first part there, you will say tan 30 degrees. What about this one? Negative sine 60 degrees. Sine 20 and sine 20 will cancel. Then you'll be left with this one will be negative cos 45 degrees multiplied by sine 45 degrees. That is how we mark learners. 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, and 1 mark for that. So those are 4 marks for free in your pocket. Okay. Then tan 30, root 3 over 3, negative root 3 over 2. Just press a calculator and tell me the final answer. Press everything there and tell me the final answer so that we don't waste time. Other school, they want you to write root 2 over 1 minus 1 over root 2. You can also do that 1 over root 2 or root 2 over 2. So you can also be able to do it in that way. So that is the thing. A mark for this, and a mark for this, and a mark for this, and a mark for this. So, what is the final answer? Tell me, learners, what is the final answer there? It's 1. Okay, thank you. So the answer is 1. Thank you, Moako. That is what we are having, right? Now, that is the thing, learners, that is the answer for this question. All right, I'll give you a hint. On 3.2, what do you do on 3.2? You first, there is a square. You first choose left-hand side. Multiply that numerator. Open the brackets, okay? Don't be scared. Open the brackets. Open the brackets. And then this is sine theta plus cos theta. Sine theta plus cos theta. So sine and sine, it will be sine squared theta. Sine and cos, it will be plus sine theta cos theta. Again, sine theta cos theta. Then the last one is cos, it will be cos squared theta. All over cos theta minus 1 over cos theta. I believe that one is making sense. Now, dear learners, sine squared and cos squared, it's 1. The other one is a 2 sine theta cos theta over cos theta minus 1 over cos theta. Since the denominator are the same, you keep only one denominator, which is cos. Then you'll be left with 1 plus 2 sine theta cos theta minus 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Cos and cos will cancel. You'll be left with 2 sine theta. Left-hand side is equal to right-hand side. Okay? That is what you are supposed to do, my learners, on this question. It looks difficult, but it's easy for you to do it. Okay? Now, we look at the last question. What is it that you need to do on the last question? You take sine to the left, so it's 2 sine squared x minus sine x is equal to 0. Therefore, you take out sine x as a common factor. It will be 2 sine x minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, sine x is equal to 0, or sine x is equal to 1 over 2. Then you do the general solution for this one and this one. Okay? That is how we do it. Okay, learners, I think our class now is almost 2 hours. So I think till we meet on the next video. The next class, I'll be talking about all you need to know in algebra. All you need to know in grade 11 algebra. So for now, let's call it a day. Try to go through this and make sure that you master all the things that we have done. After finishing these questions, you're going to be ready for your examination, tests, or anything that will come your way. Okay. Thank you for attending the class. You can share this one with your friends in your school groups, in your status, anywhere, TikTok. Invite others so that they can be assisted also. I hope this class was of an assistance to you. Till we meet on the next video. Hopefully, if we don't meet tomorrow, surely it will be on Sunday, where we are going to do all you need to know in algebra. Okay? Can indicate on the charts where are you from? Where do you school? As I'll post the last, this will be your homework. Just screenshot this one. You will try this one at home. Just screenshot this one.